Good day, Sydney. Sydney, Australia. What a place. It's big, it's bold, and boy, is it beautiful. Picture this. A sparkling harbor, golden beaches, and a skyline that'll knock your socks off. It's a city that grabs you by the collar and says, "Hey mate, welcome to paradise." It's a city with a personality all its own. It's laid back but buzzing, sophisticated but down to earth, and it's got more charm than a koala in a bow tie. So buckle up, dear reader. We're about to take a whirlwind tour of Sydney, and I promise you this, by the time we're done, you'll be itching to book a flight down under. And who knows, you might even start saying g'day and mate without a hint of irony. Let's start with the big guns, shall we? The Sydney Opera House, a true marvel. It's not just a building, it's a work of art, a masterpiece of modern architecture, a giant sculpture that somehow sprouted up from the harbour and decided to put on world-class performances day and night. And then there's the Harbour Bridge, another iconic landmark. The locals call it the coat hanger, which I find endlessly amusing and quite fitting. The view from up there? Well, let's just say it's worth every heart-pounding step to the top. Now, if you're anything like me, you might be thinking, that's all well and good, Bill, but where's the beach? Fear not, my sun-loving friends. Sydney's got beaches by the bucket load. Bondi is the most famous, of course. It's a crescent of golden sand that's always buzzing with activity. But here's a little secret. Bondi's just the beginning. There's Manly, Coogee, Bronte. The list goes on. Just remember your sunscreen, or you'll end up looking like a very unhappy lobster. Now, don't get me wrong, the Opera House and Bondi Beach are great, but Sydney's got more tricks up its sleeve than a kangaroo's got hops. Let's talk about the hidden gems, the places that make locals' eyes light up with pride. First up, Wendy's Secret Garden. Tucked away in Lavender Bay, it's a green oasis with harbor views that'll make your jaw drop. Then there's the Forgotten Songs art installation in Angel Place. It's an alleyway filled with empty bird cages hanging from above, playing recordings of the bird songs. For book lovers, there's Gould's Book Arcade in Newtown. It's less a bookshop and more a labyrinth of literature. And let's not forget about the Spit to Manly Walk. It's a 10-kilometer coastal trek that'll show you Sydney's natural beauty up close and personal. Now let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, coffee. Sydney takes its caffeine seriously, and boy does it show. The cafe culture here isn't just a scene, it's a way of life. Let's start with Single O in Surrey Hills. They roast their own beans and serve up some of the best coffee you'll ever taste. Then there's the Grounds of Alexandria. It's not just a cafe, it's an experience. For something a bit more low-key, head to Brewtown, Newtown. It's cozy, it's friendly, and they do a mean cold brew. And let's not forget about Paramount Coffee Project in Surrey Hills. It's sleek, it's stylish, and the coffee is out of this world. They rotate their beans regularly, so there's always something new to try. And if you're feeling peckish, their breakfast menu is worth getting out of bed for. Now, you might think that a city as big as Sydney would be all concrete and skyscrapers, but you'd be wrong. Sydney is a city that beautifully balances urban development with nature. Sydney's got more green spaces than you can shake a eucalyptus branch at. These green spaces are scattered all over the city, providing a refreshing escape from the hustle and bustle. Let's start with the Royal Botanic Garden. It's 74 acres of pure, unadulterated botanical bliss. Here you can find a diverse collection of plants from all over the world, making it a paradise for nature lovers. Then there's Centennial Park. It's huge. We're talking 470 acres huge. This park is perfect for a variety of outdoor activities, from picnicking to horseback riding and even bird watching. For something a bit different, check out Barangaroo Reserve. It used to be an old container terminal, but they've transformed it into a stunning harborside park. It's a testament to how urban spaces can be revitalized and repurposed for the community. And let's not forget about Hyde Park. It's right in the heart of the city, a green oasis surrounded by skyscrapers. This park is a favorite among office workers looking for a quick break amidst nature. It's got these massive fig trees that look like they've been there since the dawn of time. These trees provide ample shade and a sense of history to the park. And the Archibald Fountain, it's a work of art. This iconic fountain is not just a visual delight, but also a popular meeting spot for locals and tourists alike. On a sunny day, which, let's face it, is most days in Sydney, you'll see locals lounging on the grass, reading books, or just soaking up the sun. These green spaces are integral to the city's lifestyle. It's city life at its finest. The blend of urban and natural elements makes Sydney a unique and vibrant place to live and visit. And the best part? It's free. These green spaces are open to everyone, offering a slice of nature without any cost. So, whether you're a local or a visitor, make sure to explore these urban oases. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Sydney's got a thriving street art scene. First stop, Newtown. This inner west suburb is like a canvas that's come to life. Every wall, every alleyway is a potential masterpiece. Then there's May Lane in St. Peter's. It's an ever-changing gallery of street art. For something a bit more central, head to the laneways of the CBD, places like Angel Place and Kimber Lane in Chinatown. And let's not forget about Bondi Beach. The famous seawall along the beach is a constantly evolving canvas of street art. Where else can you see world-class street art and world-class surf in the same glance? Now let's talk about getting around Sydney. This vibrant city has so much to offer, and you'll want to make the most of your time here. Because let's face it, a city this size isn't going to explore itself. With its sprawling neighborhoods and iconic landmarks, you'll need a game plan. First up, the trains. They're fast, they're frequent, and they'll get you to most of the major spots around the city. Whether you're heading to the beach, the business district, or the suburbs, the train network has you covered. And here's a tip, get yourself an Opal card. It's like a magical piece of plastic that lets you tap on and off all forms of public transport. This little card will save you time and money, making your travels seamless. But if you really want to travel in style, you can't beat the ferries. They're not just a way to get around, they're an experience in themselves. Imagine gliding across the sparkling waters of Sydney Harbour, with the Opera House and Harbour Bridge as your backdrop. For shorter trips, there are buses and light rail. The buses can be a bit confusing for newcomers, but they'll get you to those out-of-the-way spots the trains don't reach. Just check the routes and schedules and you'll be fine. And the light rail? It's new, it's shiny, and it's a great way to zip around the CBD and inner suburbs. It's perfect for quick trips and offers a smooth, comfortable ride. And let's not forget about walking. Sydney's a great city to explore on foot. The weather is usually pleasant, and the streets are filled with interesting sights and sounds. The CBD is pretty compact, and you'll find hidden laneways, quirky shops, and fantastic cafes that you'd miss if you were whizzing by on public transport. Take your time to wander and discover the city's unique character. Just remember to wear comfortable shoes. With so much to see and do, you'll be on your feet a lot. So lace up those sneakers and get ready to explore Sydney like a local. Now here's the million-dollar question. When should you visit Sydney? Well, the good news is there's really no bad time. This is a city that shines all year round. Summer, December to February, is peak tourist season. The weather's hot, the beaches are packed, and the city's buzzing with energy. It's the perfect time for beach lovers and those who enjoy vibrant nightlife. Autumn, March to May, is a personal favorite. The weather's mild, the crowds have thinned out, and the city takes on a golden glow. It's an ideal time for exploring the city's parks and outdoor attractions without the summer rush. Winter, June to August, might not sound appealing, but hear me out. It's the driest season. The skies are often clear blue, and the temperatures are mild by international standards. You can still enjoy outdoor activities and even catch some winter events. Plus, you've got the Vivid Sydney Festival, where the city lights up with incredible light installations. It's a magical experience that transforms the city into a wonderland of lights. Spring, September to November, is when Sydney really comes alive. The weather's warming up, jacaranda trees paint the city purple, and there's a palpable sense of excitement in the air. It's a time of renewal, with festivals and events celebrating the season. You've got the Crave Sydney International Food Festival and the Sydney Running Festival. These events bring together locals and tourists for a taste of Sydney's vibrant culture. It's a season of renewal and celebration, The city's energy is infectious, making it a fantastic time to visit. So, no matter when you visit, Sydney's got something special in store for you. Each season offers its own unique charm and experiences, ensuring that your trip will be memorable. Alright, let's talk tucker. That's Aussie for food, by the way. Sydney's got a food scene that'll make your taste buds do a happy dance. First up, you've got to try a meat pie. It's an Aussie institution. Harry's Cafe de Wheels in Woolloomooloo is a Sydney icon. Their tiger pie topped with mashed potatoes, mushy peas and gravy is the stuff of legends. Then there's the humble Tim Tam. It's a chocolate biscuit that's achieved cult status. Do the Tim Tam slam. Bite off opposite corners, use it as a straw for your coffee, then pop the whole melty mess in your mouth. For something a bit fancier, you can't go past the Sydney Rock Oyster. They're smaller and sweeter than their Pacific cousins. And let's not forget about the flat white. It's a coffee that was born in Australia. And Sydney does it better than almost anywhere else. It's smooth, it's creamy, and it's the perfect pick-me-up.